In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a team competition for your club. This might be an internal fun competition that you want to run amongst teams, a business house competition, or anything that's using a team-based format like a pennant. We go to Team Competitions in the left-hand menu and click on Add Competition. We'll give our competition a new club name, and the district will be automatically populated by your home district. For event type, we'll select General, and for competition level, we can select Club, which is 50% weighted in squash levels, or Social, which is 25. The closing date is the closing date for entries, but as you will enter these yourself, you can choose any date that you wish for these. The view until date is the date that it will be able to be seen by players and users of MySquash competitions and current competitions, so we'll choose the end of the year. Select the minimum number of players for each team, which is the number of matches that will appear in each fixture. We'll go with 4 here. Choose a maximum number of players that you want to have in each team. You can add bonus points for the winning team each night, and we'll leave the seeding type as it is, and seeding date will make the same as the closing date for now. We can choose to seed by how many of the top players for the competition. Now here we'll select 4, which is the minimum. We'll leave the draw calculation type and the calculation timeout, as these are not currently functional. Active means the competition will be able to be seen under current competitions by users. We will click on Save. First thing we need to do is add our teams into the competition. So go to the Teams tab, click on Add. We select the division type, so whether it be men's, women's, or mixed. So we'll select mixed. We'll select our club, which will be the only one available, and we'll leave the division number blank for now. We'll give our team a team name. We'll leave the team caption details blank and click Save. What we'll see now is we'll have an Add button on the right hand side where we can start adding players. We can select players by name, or we can start typing in their name and clicking on them once they appear. Once we've added our players to the team, we can then select a captain from the drop-down box and save our team. Once we add in enough teams, so we'll add our second team now. For details on how the seedings come about, please view the competition manual for team competitions for clubs. Next, we need to set up our division. So as we selected our teams as being mixed, we will select mixed with division number 1, and we've got 2 teams. Obviously, you can have as many teams as you like. We'll pick the number of rounds. We'll pick 4, which means the teams are going to play each other 4 times. If you have, for example, say 4 teams in the divisions and you want them to play each other twice, that will give you 6 rounds of competition. We can click on Add. Then we will see on the right hand side we have no teams remaining and the 2 teams have been allocated. We can then also set the scoring settings if we wish. This will impact the live scoring feature. We can choose our target score between 7, 11, 15 or infinite, which can be used for timed matches. We can choose a best of 1, 3, 5 or 7 games. And winning condition can be your traditional win by 2 or your first 2. So if players are playing first to 15 and the game is 14-all, it will be the first to get to 15. We can then save those. Once we go back, we can add in our venue. Now our club will be the only one to select. We can select a court number and the time that we want the match to be played. We can add in multiple courts. If we want to have multiple times, available on any given night, we can add in those as well. Next, we need to add in our game dates. So let's say we want to start this competition on Wednesday the 20th, and we want to play over 4 weeks. We want to play it weekly, so there are 7 days between. We can click on add, and that will give us our 4 dates for our games. Next, we want to allocate our teams to divisions. Now we see here they will automatically be placed into the top division. If we have multiple divisions, we can click on the division on the left hand side and add those teams to it there. As we already have them, they're both in mixed 1, which we can see when we go back to the teams division. Next, we want to add our fixtures. Now, if you're doing, say, a 4 or 8 team competition, you can view in the appendix of the guide and MySquash Help page that shows you how to allocate matches for each round. Here, we can click on add, select our division, our round. We'll give our name a bye, or we can leave it blank. Team 1 will play Team 2, and we have our date, and we'll select our court and click on save. We can then add in the rest of our matches for the next round and for the next week. And we'll now see them all available here. Once we've done that, all players in the competitions will be able to view the draws and access the live scoring features. If you need to make changes to the fixtures afterwards, we can click on edit and make changes as required and click on save. We'll also be able to edit any match results that come through the match results function here. Players will be able to go into competition actions. And if I make sure that I add myself to a team, we can go into team competitions, find our new club pennant, and we'll see these here. Players can pick up the scoring URL and place that into a new browser window and live score their matches from there. Otherwise, they can click on match results, find the match they want to score, and click on edit and put the matches in. If they want to change players, they can select other players in the team from the drop-down box, or click on add to add any other players to the team that may have filled in instead.